double dyno to micro crimper.
Guys, welcome to Barely Hanging, the greatest podcast on earth about
Ever?
climbing that we do.
About average climbing.
Average climbers. We're both average climbers.
Distinctly
I'm
average.
Peter.
I'm Danko Winterbear.
And welcome to officially episode, I think this is 4 or 5. 5,
Don't
actually.
say officially and then...
No, it's fully official now, baby. We're fully on the
Don't say
tracks.
officially, then I have no idea.
Oh, right,
Minutes
okay.
after it.
Oh, no.
This is officially number 4 or 5.
I'm completely official. We're all official now.
I'm legit.
I'm legit. I've got legitness.
How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling great. My hands hurt.
My hands hurt
My hip
too.
hurts. My stomach hurts. My brain hurts. But I feel amazing.
I feel beautiful.
Yeah, I feel beautiful.
I feel like I've had the biggest climbing week of my
yeah.
illustrious average career.
Illustrious. Ooh. Elusive.
Elusive.
Illustrious.
Where are you going to take us today in this journey?
So,
Uncle Pete?
let's do a quick roundup of the week, I guess.
Creepy Uncle Pete.
What? I'm not an uncle.
You will be.
I've got a creepy Uncle Pete, though.
Have you?
Yeah, he's a lovely guy. Yeah.
Uncle Bath time.
He's actually, he says to me, he's a time traveller. He says,
No.
Pete, I'm you from the future. I'm your Uncle Pete. Yeah, it's kind of creepy, man.
That's really weird, man. That's
Yeah.
probably a diagnostic.
Doesn't look like
mental
me, though.
problem, doesn't he?
No, he's got one arm, eye patch, but everything else looks exactly the same. So I guess it's all environmental stuff. He could be me from the future.
He's got an eye patch.
Yeah, maybe in the future my eye gets poked out.
He's got an eye patch. He's missing an arm.
Yeah.
Really?
No. Are you what, Dan?
That would have been the best story you've ever not told me.
Yeah, like I felt like the way you were looking at me, you weren't on the same wavelength.
I was on the same
Oh,
wavelength.
you were.
Obviously,
okay,
no.
you were so deep in the
I was
wavelength
deep in
that
the
I was
wavelength, yeah,
that
yeah.
I wasn't on the same
It was
wavelength.
real. You weren't in the
No,
wavelength.
sorry, guys. Anyway, rounding up on the week. How's climbing been going? Shall I start?
I'll allow you to start.
I'll allow it. Yeah, I'm going to start because you've got something very cool.
Nothing. I've got nothing to say to you.
Well, it's good that we're doing a podcast, isn't it? You've got nothing to talk to me about.
No.
Let's just
end here.
Yeah?
You tell me about your week and then I'll leave.
Okay. So, my week's been good. I've done a good amount of climbing. I think I've done 4 sessions this week, which is, I'd say is, if not average, slightly above average. It's 3 to 4, so it's on the higher end.
Mm-hmm.
So what was that? Monday? Oh, no.
Well, last
Sunday,
time we saw each other,
Tuesday,
we went outdoors
Wednesday,
together.
Friday, Sunday.
And then indoors, so that was the Saturday. And then so that last Saturday. And then
Was that the last time we saw each
yeah,
other? A whole week?
No, we've seen each other since. Don't worry about that, brother.
Okay.
You look very distressed then.
Oh, no. Started hyperventilating, guys. It was,
But then we didn't see each other Sunday,
oh, right.
but we both went climbing. No, we did. We woke up together.
Did we?
Did we?
Was that the den night?
Oh, Den.
Have we talked about our den?
I don't know anymore.
No,
The world's
I don't know,
a
I'm so
blur.
confused.
Well, basically,
So if we haven't last week, basically we made a den and it was amazing. No, we couldn't have because we made it after.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So last week, guys, me and Dan had a real cute evening. We watched lots of climbing videos, lots of Joe Rogan podcasts, stories in a den that we'd made. We made a den in his front
We'll
room.
share the video
Yeah, we'll put the video online somewhere.
on something. One of the things.
You know what it'll be? It'll be on this video right now if you're watching this on
Yeah,
YouTube.
do that.
Yeah.
Well, ignore all that. So
Anyway.
we basically had a really big outdoors day. Then we went indoors together.
Yes.
And then the day after,
Yeah.
we went indoors again.
Oh, yeah, I was going to come with you guys, but I
Yeah.
didn't on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
So,
week's been massively indoors.
yeah, my week's been a big indoors week. Basically, I've got brand new shoes. They've come. They've arrived.
What
I've
are
got
they?
Moccasins, and they're making a mockery of my feet.
So what colour are they?
They're red.
What colour are your feet now?
Red. Deep red.
You've been
Looks like I've
bathing.
been dancing in blood. Looks like
The blood of your enemies.
the blood of my enemies. It looks like I've just been, yeah.
You've got a lot of enemies as well, man.
You've got so many enemies. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore,
So,
motherfucker.
Indoors.
Yeah, indoors for me. I've just been at the climbing hangar, basically.
Any
Doing the usual. So, no, my hands and my hip have been hurting from other activities that I do. So, I've really taken it easy this week, but focused on high volume at a low level. So, I say low level, to be fair, though. I've been doing purples up, all the purples in the building, which is 3 to 4? 4 to 5? 3 to 4.
In our setting, yeah.
Yeah, so V3 to 4. So all of the purples, which is maybe like 23 purples in the building, this is roots, and then I've been doing along with that all blues up and down, and I've done that every single session this week, other than tonight. But this tonight doesn't count because it's midway through the week, isn't it? So
I'm just letting you waffle while I'm doing some math in my head. I think it is like 23 or 25 problems. It's in the mid-20s, so that's
at least 50 problems I'm doing an evening, plus I'm coming down them as well.
And the big up to you, like you also do a lot of other physical stuff, like which is really core intensive.
The nights that I don't, so I climb 3 or 4 nights a week. The nights that I don't climb, I dance.
Or I can't come climbing down. I'm playing badminton today. Okay, great.
Occasionally, like once every 2 weeks, I play badminton.
Really dangerous badminton, man. Honestly.
Oh, it's fucked, mate.
No, I did. Honestly.
Have you seen the way that we play it?
No. There's one of the guys in the climbing hangar. Yeah, I'm being legitimately serious now.
Okay.
I've forgotten his name for a second. So he climbs really hard.
Yeah.
And he destroyed his Achilles tendon playing badminton out of all the things he does. So he's probably it's like extensive wear and tear. But the thing that did it was a game of badminton.
It's always like that. So my uncle, not Uncle Pete, Uncle Ian,
creepy Uncle Pete. Is there an Uncle Pete?
No.
Oh God, I hate you.
So we weren't on the same wavelength.
No, of course not. I would believe that Uncle Pete.
You were like, I need to meet this one-eyed, one-armed guy.
One-armed Pete.
Oh dear.
You're a terrible liar.
Oh,
a good liar.
Yeah.
So badminton.
Yeah. Do you know what we call Uncle Pete actually? Because he's got one eye and no arm.
No, what's call him?
Names.
Tell me about badminton. Brookside.
What is that?
EastEnders. Oh, I hate all. Oh my God! So badminton, you play badminton?
Yeah, I play badminton occasionally with a guy I know from the local shop. Beautiful guy, Sam, and we had him round for Christmas. They're from Somalia. Not Somalia. They're from Sri Lanka.
Sri
Lankan family. Beautiful guys. So I dance every night that I'm not climbing, and then in the mornings I try to, but the last 2 weeks, weather-wise and also me being a little undisciplined bitch-wise, I try and go running and swimming. So
because you're training for something.
Yeah, I'm trying to
which
swim.
You're not training for.
Swim in a lake and run ultramarathon in April, which is in 2 months.
Why say it so casually? You're such a dickhead.
No, but I'm not saying it casually. I'm saying it disappointingly because I've not done any training for it at all. Any training for it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you say it casually though, but you are a dickhead.
Yeah, I'm a massive dickhead.
So
but that's irrelevant.
I've got a friend right now who's training for London Marathon, and they're on a strict
I'm not.
Every day is so I think they're up to 90 minutes of running a day.
Oh yeah, I'm not that.
And it's about the same time your ultramarathon is.
Yeah,
yours is before the London
Marathon.
I'm
doing much further than him, and I'm not training. I'm gonna die. It's gonna be the worst day of my life.
I hope you die.
It's actually gonna be beautiful. My little brother's doing it with me and my mate, so it'll be my mate Tom. Hello, Tom. I hope you're listening.
Any other achievements this week? Keep you on track, mister?
Yeah, so basically this week it's been good, just doing high volume, which is good, but my hands are fucked for it.
Yeah, I feel your pain.
Yeah, but you bought me some Burt's Bees.
Yeah, man.
Lovely hand salve for farmers, gardeners and climbers alike. It does say for
all that work with the scythe.
Yeah, exactly.
And then plough on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, blood of man.
In your family's farm, yeah. I like it. So it sounds like a good week, man. You enjoyed it?
Good week, just standard week, but I think, this is something new actually. I've decided. So listening to Joe Rogan actually, one of the podcasts he had on, he talked to this guy called, what's his name? Something Zahir.
Oh, Zahir.
Zahir? You Zahir me? Where are you? Are you over here or over Zahir? Oh, there.
Is this what the whole Joe Rogan's about?
No. He was talking about flow training, about not going 100% because
I've seen this.
It's brilliant, like 20-minute segment of his podcast. It's had like millions of views because there's something very wise about it. He was talking about wrestlers and these. So coming out of Russia at the minute, there's all these beasts coming out of Russia. These wrestlers, like they're just dominating the wrestling scene, like as a sport. Whereas if an American guy gets a win ever, he's seen as this prodigy, but it's mainly luck. Whereas these Russian wrestlers, they've just got a different approach. They don't go hard every single training session. It's much more like, have you heard of farmers' strength? You know, like why farmers are super strong?
Yeah.
Like because they don't pull to their max every day. They just pull to like 70% of their max. When I say pull, I mean lifting things. Because they're never like, you never lift a bale of hay. You're trying to like do reps with it and you're just trying to do a job. You're trying to get it from one place to another. And that over time, lifting not small weights, but lifting consistently over time makes you way stronger. Because you can do way more volume. It's not like bench presses or body weight.
So basically, these Russian guys are
just destroy it because they have a much more chilled out approach to training. They train every day, but they just roll really gently. When I say roll, I mean like jiu-jitsu rolling and stuff. Anyway,
I was trying to find the name of her. I'm terrible at like these things of this runner, and he held like the Three Peaks Challenge race time, best time. Like it's just the National Three Peaks because he's a shepherd in the Lake District. Mm-hmm. So his life is just running around mountains.
Yeah, exactly. They're just walking up and down hills all the time.
But he applied it to running, and he's just a machine.
Yeah. So so using that concept, I've decided to not train, one, to the max, but two, I'm still going to do conditioning, but I'm not going to do it to the same level as I used to do. So I used to do like to really build up my core. I used to do like 200 sit-ups and
I've watched it. It's horrible.
Yeah, I do like a 10-minute plank and then 200 sit-ups. Do these crazy sets that are super long. Really pushing myself to the limit where the next day I'm feeling it loads.
I'm glad you feel pain because sometimes I query it. It's like you just never look like you flinch.
Yeah. Well, anyway, decided I'm still going to do basic conditioning because you do need it, especially your stabilization muscles.
Yeah.
But I'm going to train through my sports at a chilled level and focus on doing way more volume because maybe then I'll be more inclined to wake up in the morning and do that 5K run rather than if I train really hard and I get home at 11 o'clock at night and I've got to wake up at 7 and do this 5K run.
I'm the same.
I just don't want to do it. Whereas if I chill it out a bit, maybe I can do everything and also get the volume in. It'll be beneficial at the same time.
I've stopped pushing the grade.
Yeah.
Like I'm more like this now. Do mass, but climb properly.
Yeah, exactly. Really focusing on technique and just climbing properly.
I want to look pretty on a wall. I want people to go,
It's sure you got a pretty mouth.
I want people to go, oh damn.
He's a terrible climber, but he looks pretty on a wall.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Who's this character?
This character? I don't know.
Who's that pretty boy on
There's
the
a
wall?
pretty little boy on the wall.
Hey, you there, boy.
Get down off that
Get
wall.
down off the wall.
I
boy.
will smack you.
I want to speak to you.
Well, on that
boy.
note,
I want to speak to you.
I've had...
Come over here. Let me
Come
whisper
over.
in your ear.
We can't continue this. It's just going to end up as me and you wrestling.
Wrestling on the floor together,
We're going to
boy.
be wrestling. Okay, Dan. So, your updates for the week. That was a long ramble from me. I apologise.
Yeah, you're a
listeners.
rambler.
I'm a big rambler. Scrambler.
You're a rambler. I'm a
dingler-dangler.
scrambler. I'm going to scramble you up, boy.
What are your achievements this week, or what have your goals been? How's things been going? Please tell me at the end of this the big thing you did this week, because I want to know more about that.
Yeah,
because we've actually not spoken much.
We're
about
trying. I think that's you kind of got to try not to, haven't you? But you want to tell you everything. I just
do.
love telling you stuff.
I know.
I like me to know my soul.
Okay, so in general, how's your climbing gone this week, Dan?
It's been the best week I've ever had
Oh fuck!
by a long way.
Really?
So I'm in so much pain right now.
Yeah.
In a good way, I think.
Uh-huh.
I've not had baths in quite a long time.
Yeah.
I've had like long industrious baths.
Industrial.
To try and wash away the pain and the tears. But no, in all seriousness though, since we left each other last weekend,
Yeah.
and
So we did Pex Hill last weekend. We went outdoors and you smashed that.
yeah,
You probably got. I wanted to say you got MVP of that day, but
we couldn't give it to
because
me
Martin did that
Martin's a
crazy
legend.
free solo thing. But
as
you,
as a newbie,
you smashed it. You were on the wall all the time. Nothing was phasing you, and you took a fall, which was
oh yeah, and I'm so lucky, man, because I was like really worried I'd sprain my ankle, and in all honesty, people were saying rest it.
Yeah.
I ignored every single one of them and climbed every day. And
what did you do? You had an amazing,
the best climbing week I've ever had by such a long way.
Yeah.
So between indoor climbing, like I got some goal inside the hangar. I got a couple of climbs that I've been working on for like 6 weeks, which was the feeling of that.
Yeah, like a proper
I was
project.
elated. Like,
Yeah.
and so, but there's two other.
So describe this project first. I want to know.
So there's a thing called the Horse's Head, which is probably about 45-degree board, so I don't bloody know.
Okay, so it's just it's one of the walls.
It's
of the
pinches, so it's unhanging pinches as such that you just go up the wall. It's really powerful, and then slopers and pinches basically to the end.
Yeah.
And
I think I have seen the climb. I've tried it. Can't make the first move.
But I wanted to do it today, but my hands now, if it was swollen.
Your hands are just super sore.
They're swollen?
Yeah, they look big.
Because it's been the hard. So basically, I didn't climb for one day.
Yeah.
So it's been 10 days. In the past 10 days, one day I didn't climb, and on that day, I went hiking in Snowdonia with my buddy.
Oh,
I did like a 10-mile hike, around the Gliders.
Oh, really?
So that was my day off from climbing.
Wow.
And then so I went outdoors.
What was the weather like?
The weather was beautiful, man.
Nice.
So there was low clouds, so we were covered in clouds.
Did you do the similar what we did?
Similar to us, but without any danger.
So you didn't do Bristly Ridge?
Didn't do any ridges, didn't do any scrambling.
Right.
So it was a really beautiful day.
Where did you go up? How?
If anyone has done the Gliders, you start at Ogwyn Cottage.
Yeah.
And then you've got a choice to go up Devil's Kitchen, which is very industrious type way up because the scree slope's pretty brutal.
Okay.
But my friend's the first ever hike he's ever been on.
Yeah.
Because he wants to do the National Three Peaks Challenge.
Oh, nice.
So we went up to that stile where we went right. You just keep going over and around the back of the mountain.
Oh, of course, that makes so much sense.
It's just a lovely path. So it's not hard.
People were walking up that when we came.
It's just a really lovely.
So it's a very similar route.
It's just longer.
Yeah.
And then come the exact way same
Did you do each one of the Gliders?
Yeah.
Did we do each one of them?
Yeah, we did. So there's 2 Gliders up there. So you got Glidder Fawr, Glidder Fach.
I thought there was 3.
No, we got Tryfan next to it. So Tryfan, and then you've got Ygarn on the other side. So Ygarn makes the ridge.
You got Ygarn?
I think it's Ygarn.
Yeah.
I think it's, so I'm sure it's Y space GARN. But so that's what we'll do next time. We'll do the full set of what sits on the Glidder bit, which is Tryfan, Glidder Fawr, Glidder Fach, or Glidder Fach, then Glidder Fawr, and then Ygarn.
Wow.
And that, so basically, it's his first introductory hike.
Yeah.
What a day! And so we keep
How did he do?
Between you and me, we've been taking some people outdoors a bit now, and watching their face light up.
Sort of guides. Well, you've been sort of a guide. I've been motivational.
Yeah, that's what we both did. And his boss, he loved it. Yeah. So I was made up. He's like one of my closest friends of all my entire life. He's been not been up a mountain in 20 years since he was in Cubs.
Whoa!
And he smashed it.
He did
he loved it.
Absolutely killed it.
We took boss food, and I had boss little lunch by Cwmyd Fal, the little lake that we walked past. Such a beautiful day.
Oh man, I'm happy for you.
But that was my rest day, and I loved it. I was just skipping around the mountains. But then every other day, between indoors and outdoors, I went to outdoors. Went with a friend to Otterspool Promenade.
Okay.
To something that one of the lads in the hangar told us about the Sandstone Wall, which is on whatever the UKC climbing website.
Oh, so this is in Liverpool, isn't it? It's like a little urban bouldering.
Urban builder. It's not buildering. It's just a wall, but it probably is buildering.
Buildering?
I think that's what they call it, where it's bouldering on a building.
Oh,
but it's an old sandstone wall.
Okay, but it's an actual. It's not when you say wall, it's an actual wall with bricks.
Yeah, it's
like
just
someone set the wall.
A sandstone wall.
That's insane.
But say the little, not an epiphany. It's nothing that like deep. But like I've walked past that wall my entire fucking life.
Oh really?
And there's never been an inclination to think let's climb on it. So I sat next to it and played footy next to it and had a barbecue next to it.
That's incredible.
So I went down with a friend. So one little mat, 'cause it's not very high.
Yeah.
You need a mat. Cause
you do need a mat though.
Because it's high enough to like, you'd hurt your ankle. But there's nothing higher than V3 on there.
Oh wow.
And it's really fun. And the whole traverse must be about 60, 70 metres and did that. It's just really long, dead fun. Yeah. And I think legitimately we all should get a few mats, go have some barbecues next to the river. Because it's 10 minutes down the road.
It's next to a river, is it?
Yeah, next to River Mersey.
Oh, lovely.
And so there's a little picture I'll put up. It's really cute. Someone took them in. It's like peering around the wall to the river.
Okay.
But so that was a cool day.
Yeah.
But every single time I've gone outdoors as well, gone back to the hangar after it and smashed more training. That's why
insane.
I'm fucked.
That's why you're tired. Yeah.
So, but then the big boy thing this week,
this is what I want to hear about,
was a lovely Welshman took me and our friend Lionel Richie
Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie's probably going to feature a lot as the name Lionel Richie as we proceed through conversation.
He's been in a few podcasts, hasn't he, now?
He's a legend.
Yeah.
So he's on the adventure with us.
Yeah.
Maybe not this bit of it. So everything outdoors, so he's been up Trifan with us.
Yeah, he has.
He came to Pexhill with us.
Yeah, he has.
And he's come to Paris. So Parasailers Cave is the place I went to.
He's not so we get these people at the hangar that say they're going to come to everything.
He's coming.
I've got 2 in mind.
Yeah. Never come.
They never come. They say that, and they're both, well, they are both alright climbers. One's really good.
Yeah.
And they'd be perfect for coming outside, and it'd be cool to chill with them and stuff.
It's not
never
happening.
Never come. They always drop
And he's
out.
put his money where his mouth is, which is what
And
we're
he's come
about.
every time.
And he keeps, and he's basically, so I had to give him a little prompt the night before saying, "You are coming."
Yeah.
And then every time I've done that,
I was there, and he was like, "Yes, okay."
He's like, "Yes, okay." And then later on, he's like, "Oh, thank you for making me come." And it's like, I'm not made you come. It's just you've made yourself come, like you always do. It's just so lonely. But basically, so Parasailers Cave on the Great Orme in Llandudno, and again, okay.
So it's a big thing.
This place
cave that a lot of hardcore guys go to. Is there rope climbs there?
All around the Great Orme, yeah.
Okay.
There's sport.
So in that area, there's loads.
There's a lot of climbing.
But the actual cave, there's none starting from the cave and going out of it.
Well, there's some very close to it. There probably is something like that there because there's some around the.
Were there bolts?
There's bolts all across the parts of the Orme.
Okay.
I'm not well versed in it, but you could. So we went for a little wander before people got there.
So it looked like on the photos. Tell me if I'm wrong. Was it like a coastal cave?
It is a coastal cave.
So there's a big cliff on the side of a coast, and there's a road next to it, and there's a cave in it.
So basically,
in this massive cliff.
Llandudno is not well. You probably could call it like a peninsula. This part. So the Great Orme is a huge lime. I'm pretty sure it's limestone, but I don't know anything about geology, geography, anything, or climbing. So we should talk about it a lot now between us. Basically, it's a big, massive rock. Massive rock. Okay. And it's a really famous rock for all sorts of reasons. Yeah. But we, again, thinking about childhood. Yeah. I used to go there with my dad, fish and chips after fishing every bloody weekend.
Really?
I've never looked at it and thought, I'll fucking climb that thing.
Yeah.
And I know we weren't climbing on it, but I was climbing in it, in a cave. Drove past this cave my entire life. No idea that's there. Yeah. Turn up for this day out, just me and Rich. No one's there yet. We've got one mat with us.
You were there dead early, were you?
We got there before anyone. And we were just walking around, just looking at it. Like, no idea what's ahead of us, other than the fact that it's really fucking hard.
So the photos I saw looked like there was a lot of people there. Were they all with you, or did just a lot of climbers turn up? Is it one of those places that probably always has climbers in it?
No, it's from what I gather, over winter it's been quite quiet because the weather conditions mean it's safe from the rain, but if there's a lot of rain, it seeps. So, you saw guys turning up and plugging bits of, tissue paper in the rock to stop the seeping into the holes they need for the big boy climbs.
Whoa.
Well, basically, long story short, I'm going to keep waffling about it because I had such a fucking good day.
Man. I want to know more.
It's the best day I've ever had. It's by far the best day I've ever had climbing. And it was someone asked me what it was like. I said sombering, which is not the nicest word to use, but it fucking was because it's you're watching all these pros.
Really?
They're not. Some actually are sponsored. So that cave has not been that full. So Lee and Mike are the guys that said come down. Yeah. And they're pushing a V10 in that cave. That's their goal.
They're both pushing a V10?
They're doing it together. And they had another friend.
I didn't know he was that level.
And another friend came down with them. He was a legend as well. He was so helpful to me that entire day. Okay. Jake, I want to say Jake. He was so fucking nice, man.
Oh, really?
So they're pushing that together. And then...
V10 outside...
But then
upside down
in a cave. It's brutal. And there's bigger climbs in there. Yeah. There's huge climbs in there.
So there's V whatevers?
I know there's a V14 in there. Because people showed me the footage of Psych Mike, the guy that sets it, crushing the V14 in there called Pilgrimage.
Oh my God.
So maybe that's another story for another time for someone who could tell it a lot better. Because Pilgrimage is a very famous climb in this country. And Psych Mike.
Pilgrimage?
It's a man from Scotland who came for his pilgrimage to complete it.
Wow.
And so Psych Mike, the guy that sets
at the hangar,
crushes it.
Easy, he made it look easy.
It's not easy, he's pushing it, but it
crushes it.
It's beautiful to watch.
Wow.
I've watched the video quite a lot.
I want to see it. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah. We'll put it on after this and just look at each other and just realise how strong that man is.
And how weak we are.
So that's what I mean by sombering.
Yeah, so because you realise the levels that are ahead of us, and it looks impossible when you see people grabbing onto what they grab to. It feels like I'll never ever be that.
Well, there's going to be things that we will. That's what I learned that day. So I've been speaking to quite a lot of people this week because I've climbed every single fucking day with climbers.
Yeah.
And I know I'm an a distinctly average climber, but we're both working hard. So we're going to hold some of this shit one day.
One day.
One
it
day.
just seems insane. To be fair, though, I'm holding things now that when I first began,
never have dreamt of.
I really like pinches upside down. So that blue that I'm trying today, that I've fallen off, to be fair.
Brutal,
but that pinch upside down, as a beginner or when I was a year in, I would have looked at that and been like, "There's no way.
I'm not touching that.
I can't. There's
Same.
no way anyone can grab that."
Same.
But now it feels definitely doable. So
It's happening.
I guess it's just the way of the world.
So
isn't it?
we will go to this cave. We have to. You've got to see it for our own little pilgrimage.
Yeah.
So, my achievement that day, other than watching all of these people do very hard routes, the only thing. So we had Aussie Mick there as well. He's a legend.
Really?
So Aussie Mick's he's with us, our level. He's a legend and he's really helpful. And guys giving us a bit of a helping hand. So me and Lionel Richie, we started off with a V3 Traverse, which is around the back of the cave. I can't remember what this other bit's called.
Around the back?
There's like a next door bit, they kept saying.
Okay.
Full of sheep shit.
Okay.
And that's what they warm up on. They don't usually warm up on it because we were there. They warmed up on that with us to help us. And we got through it. Bit of effort.
Really? Was it difficult?
Bit of effort. No, there's just one move in it. So basically, having two people with you that know their shit.
Yeah.
And not just for the helpful side, who are saying to you, this moves V2, this moves V3, this moves that.
Okay.
So
you had a good understanding of
because
what
these
level.
guys are with us.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling in the world.
That's awesome.
So they all cheered me and Rich on
Yeah.
to get a V3.
Nice.
And we got it. And I was like, fuck me. That
V3 outside is big, isn't it?
It's only little, the Traverse. You will do it.
Yeah.
I promise you. I know you will.
Yeah.
But in my head, it was like, because after being crushed at Pex Hill by 2s, 3s and 4s,
Yeah.
and then coming here, and then I did a 3 after about 15 minutes.
Yeah,
And
you feel back into yourself. You're like, okay, yeah, I can do this. I'm a climber. Yeah,
I'm a climber. I've been training. This is,
yeah.
and it's
I
starting
can
to
do
make
this.
sense.
Because you can get bad around, can't you? When grades just don't make sense and you just get them thrown about.
It hurts your soul, man.
It does. It really does. Especially when you drop things that you're not meant to drop, and you know you shouldn't.
So then they took us to the cave,
Okay.
and from what I gather, it's not usually that busy. And someone was there.
Photos was
Man, I took some. Rich took some. There's a lot of people, like 20 people in that cave, and there was someone that turned up who had 10 of their own mats. So the cave was basically flooded with mats. The whole thing was just full of mats, and people were climbing everywhere. So the only thing me and Rich could actually work on was the Traverse.
Because everyone was just climbing.
No, because we can't touch the things.
Oh, because there was no climbs.
We can't touch them.
What do you mean?
So we could go and hold the fucking holds. I can't get on them.
What grades?
V8 upwards.
Oh, there's nothing under
There's
V8.
stuff in there, but from what I gather, a lot of it's around the lip of the cave, the upper bit of the cave,
Right.
and that was wet.
Right.
So, but Lee was
But
saying
all the stuff under the cave.
that's still V7,
Oh my god.
but there's some V6, V7 in there. So basically, the Traverse though is the V5 Traverse from a flake. It's like it's half. It's not half the length. The full Traverse is. It's broken down into in stages.
Yeah.
So the V5 Traverse
Right.
is what me and Rich were working on, and we got it.
And does that include the V3 Traverse that you started with?
Oops, no, that's up. That's another bit. That's a whole separate
right, that's
thing.
a whole separate bit.
But then we did a V5 Traverse.
Oh, nice.
It took me longer than Rich.
Oh, really?
But Rich is super strong.
Yeah, he's
But
big.
then in between it, we were practicing this other route as well, which is like a V6, and we were getting I got 4 moves in on one push, and it was intense, and it was one of the best feelings I've had. But then I came back and did the V5 Traverse, and I lay down on a bouldering mat by myself, looking out of this cave, not giving a shit about anything else.
That's amazing.
And it all made sense.
So you had a good week.
Super cool.
That day sounds amazing. I wish. So I was going to come. I was going to take a sickie because I work. It was a Thursday, wasn't
Just
it?
a dead random day off.
It was a dead random day, a dead short notice, and I was gonna take it off. And I was discussing with Dan on the evening before, like, I could just stay at yours and we could make it happen. And I ended up not doing it because I looked at the weather, and the weather forecast looked awful.
This lovely Welsh man said to me, "It's a cave. As long as the rain that week hasn't been too heavy, it's fine." And he said, his description of it as a lovely Welshman is it's bomb-proof.
I should have come, man. I'll come next time, no matter
You'll be
what the
there.
date is.
We'll be back.
But also, if I'm going to take a holiday, I want it to be on a
Proper.
good... Like, I want to know the sun's going to be out
so
and
it's
we're going to be
not a
smashing
no
it.
regrets thing. Like, you know, we had an amazing day, but we're going to have loads of them.
Yeah, we're going to have fucking loads,
The
mate. It's gonna
psych
be
now,
sick.
man, is...
There's so many people up for it. It's fucking amazing. I love it.
So that's our weeks.
Makes me wet.
That's our week, man.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, that's our week. Fantastic.
What a fucking week.
What a crazy week.
I am so fucked. My entire body. It's the most
Really?
beautiful feeling I've ever had.
Man. Right, well, I want to move on.
Let's
Dead
move
quick. I've got something I want to show you. So,
I've not even
I
looked at it
found...
yet.
Dan's not even seen this. You know, we went hiking up Bristly Ridge a few weeks ago in the snow and the ice, and we were vastly underprepared. And so we were being passed. In fact, fuck that, we were passing people with ice axes.
We were taking
And there
them.
were people out with crimpons and ice axes and all sorts of
there were
gear.
people on with crampons a weekend that I just gone, and it was fucking snowy, and they didn't fucking need them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
We probably
the
could
way
have
you
done
said
with them.
that, though, the way we when we were up there, we needed. Well, you didn't need them because obviously
we did it.
We did it and we were fine, but there were some pooey moments.
Yeah, but then Mark.
It was so scary.
Speak to Martin, though, and Martin will
Yeah,
tell you
Martin's
that's what.
like
No,
you.
but he'll say to you, you need those moments to make you.
Martin's a creepy guy, man. He's amazing.
He's so intense.
He is intense
in the
isn't he?
nicest way ever.
Yeah, he's so. But yeah, so we went up Bristol Ridge in the ice and the snow, which is a grade 1 scramble, but definitely with the ice and the snow made
I think
it
it's
grade
like
1,000.
I think it's like a 2 or
No, 1,000, 100%.
1,000,
Man. It
yeah.
was some scary,
breaks the
scary moments.
scales.
Very scary moments. Basically, I've found online something that was advertised to me. There was a video of this guy called Mark Roberts on Snowdonia when it's snowing. I think he's climbing with his son. I think, and he takes a 100-foot fall.
No.
With ice axes. He's got the full gear. He's like doing a similar scrambly thing. I mean, it's a bit more intense, but it's on one of the sides of Crib Goch, but it's not like he's not climbing. Piece of ice hits him from his son above.
Why are you describing this? Is this on here?
Yeah, we're watching it right
Just
now, so there's GoPro footage of it.
I wanna
So
see
guys,
it.
what I'm going to do is I'll put it in the video on YouTube so you get to watch it whilst we're watching it, and then we'll describe it. And if you're listening audio, like through audio, then you're just going to have to watch it by yourself. Just type in Mark Roberts Snowdonia on the old interweb. It's only got 874 views. 5 years ago, so it's an old clip, but man, it really put into perspective how fucking easy it would be for us to slip. And it's in that area. He's fine.
So is he on Crib Goch? Sorry,
He's on Crib Goch. We weren't on Crib
more
Goch.
exposed.
Yeah.
we were fine. Stop being
Oh, no, man.
Stop being a pussy.
Look, he's only doing a little chill thing.
He shouldn't have took his son, should he?
And when I say son, he's clearly like 18.
He's
not
like an
like
adult.
4. He's like, they're clearly both
It's
climbers.
not a child protection issue.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Let's just watch it. Let me
Go.
chuck it on. It's pretty big.
I'm excited.
How do I turn it up? There we go.
That one, yeah.
Oh, I want to hear him talk. So I'll
Ice
just
axes are
narrate.
going
They're
in.
just chilling. The ice is in. He's getting some nice little hits.
We weren't doing this.
No, we weren't doing this. To be fair, this is pretty big. I think a piece hits him now. You can hear him.
What the fuck? Jeez.
Oh, can he just start
Oh my
sliding?
god, that
Look
is
how
a...
fast he gets. It's insane. Do you see his ice axe then?
How's he still going?
It's insane. So he's just getting tumbled around. Luckily, he's got the wherewithal to sort of, to a degree, keep his feet in front of him, but he does do his feet tumble. See the rock
What was
then?
that noise?
Hit a rock. man.
Oh my god.
And then look how quickly
Oh,
he
how
comes
is
to
he
a
still
stop.
going?
Look how quickly he comes to a stop. He definitely hit his arse on a rock then.
Oh my god. At the very least, he's getting a hemorrhoid.
But look, he just checks his camera.
Oh, is my camera okay?
Yeah,
it's good.
checks his camera, sits up, checks his legs.
Where's his son?
Look at him, he's just... Oh, it's
Oh,
his
no,
head.
he's
He's
fucked,
like,
yeah.
oh, fucking hell, this
He just
hurts.
collapses.
Fucking...
Do we know anything about it? Did he hit? Do we know what happened?
So,
to him?
I know he's alive.
Yeah.
He broke one ankle.
Oh, that's gnarly.
He... Media.
Mediate.com.
So yeah, that was just a gnarly video that I wanted you to see because that really was like, whoa. Because it was similar conditions to when we were out. Obviously, it's a completely different scenario. They were ice climbing. But they didn't have ropes, which means they were doing scrambly stuff because whenever you're ice climbing, you do have ropes.
Well,
so they must have been doing either a high-grade scramble or they couldn't have just been free.
Well, really what we learned that day is we were fine not having the equipment that day, but we should have the equipment on our person.
That's the key. That's the key. I think because they also said to... I did read an article on this. So he broke an ankle. He got airlifted half an hour out.
Fuck.
So he was half an hour in the snow there. And the mountain rescue said what probably saved his life was that he was well prepared. So he had the ice axes, which I think for the first half of the fall slowed him down. But he had a helmet on.
Yeah.
But they were still free climbing then to a degree, or scrambling.
Yeah,
because
but
they didn't have
he was
ropes.
straight up ice though. So he was on a slope.
Yeah.
I don't know whereabout he is. If he's
Steep
Cribgot,
slope.
I've got an idea in my mind.
I read it was Cribgot.
So I've got an idea where he might have been, and we were like, "Fuck, I'm doing that."
Still though,
what we were doing though,
insane.
I've never been up. Well, one of us should probably me. I'll take responsibility. It's fine. One of us should probably have read a bit about it. To me, it's just like, oh, there'd be no fucking. So I was hiking there the week before.
Yeah.
Week before on Trifan.
And it wasn't like
no,
that.
there's nothing like
and
that.
It just changed.
It just changed,
Wow.
and we still went because the sun was out.
But just an incredible video, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's fine though. He's super in high spirits about it.
People listening to this now will probably call us fucking idiots for what we did that day. But we survived and we learned something.
To a degree, though.
I don't care. We did it.
Yeah, I don't think we're super idiots. It wasn't.
It wasn't technical.
I think we're hyping up how super bad it was. It was just a scramble, and it was icy.
It was icy
and snowy.
And snowy. No, but we're fine. It's just
with some people that didn't.
Next
go
time
before.
I do it, I'm going to have a non-technical ice axe.
Yeah, I would.
Very least.
Yeah, at least the one.
Yeah.
Just to chip away ice and stuff.
Yeah. There was that one bit.
The thing is, we'd breathe. The key is we'd just breeze through it without the ice.
But I think
absolutely breeze through it.
Because we're boulders.
But we wouldn't breeze through that, they were doing. Because
I couldn't climb without with bare hands.
Well, I don't know.
I had bare hands for that scramble.
I know, man. Yeah, it didn't look fun. It did not
It was
look
fine.
Fun. Yeah.
It teaches you something, doesn't it?
It teaches you something.
You've got to make yourself feel uncomfortable.
Well, I'm just glad we watched that video. It's pretty gnarly,
That video
isn't
is
it?
horrendous, man. That is the noise. That noise, I think that's his ankle going. That big when he hits that rock.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of noise.
Yeah. How long was he falling for? It was like
30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
That's terrifying.
Imagine falling for 30 seconds.
I did a skydive a few years ago, and I'm sure it's like 45 seconds.
Jesus,
The falling bit or something. I don't.
And he's hitting rocks all the way down, and there's a few moments he spins out of control.
That's terrifying. So yeah, we need to be.
We need to talk to Lee. Lee's apparently seen some stuff and heard some stuff.
So Lee's the
He
person
lives
that
in
we would like to speak to in general.
Yeah,
Well,
we need
that's
to get him on the
future
podcast.
There's a goal.
What? Get Lee on the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to. We just feed him beer and eggs and
Eggs and
eggs
ham
and beer and ham and beer
lamb.
and lamb. Yeah, I
Whole
don't know.
lamb.
Yeah, we'll get him on eventually, but he'll have some great stories to tell. About
Oh, thank you for sharing that video with me. It was fucking lovely.
Yeah,
That's going to help me sleep tonight, isn't it?
Well, talking actually about videos sharing, Jesus Christ, you shared a video with me about this woman. A video of a woman bouldering indoors, and after you sent it to me, so I watched it when you sent it to me, and I actually paused it before she fell because I knew what was coming. So, and I didn't watch the ending because I didn't want to. I didn't want to put myself up to it. Since then, I've had my brother send it to me. My friend Molly sent it to me. My friend Chris sent it to me. And I think I've had... That might be it, actually.
I think it's so basically a friend sent...
Lots of people have sent it to me.
A friend sent it me who's got nothing to do with climbing and just thought of me.
Yeah.
And then
that's what I
but I'd never seen it. It's about 30 seconds.
Oh, my God.
And at the end of it...
So this woman does a full route climbing. Sorry, I interrupted
no,
again.
man, she just falls off the wall and lands.
At the last hold. She goes to the last hold.
Dislocates her fucking elbow, man.
It's more than that, isn't it?
I think it's dislocated.
I
think it's dislocated. Whatever it is.
It's awful.
I've got my hands in my head right now.
She goes for the last hold. Yeah, Dan's just in tears now. She goes for the last hold, and she falls away from the wall in an uncontrolled way, like her. Yeah, it's about 3 meters, and she levels out her body horizontally. She doesn't go like feet first, and she lands sideways on her arm first, and I think her arm just went behind her body, and she looks up, and from her elbow down to her hand, it's the opposite way of what it should be. You know, like how ostriches walk backwards with their knees, like the other way.
I always think about ostriches walking backwards.
No, but
what
you know their knee ligament is the wrong way round. Their knee ligament is the wrong way round.
What a fucking comparison. Have you seen how the aquatic mongoose operates his computer system?
Well, her elbow was the fucking wrong way round, and it made me sick, and she just sees it and screams, doesn't she? It's awful.
Oh, that man.
Oh, man. Anyway, so yeah, I've been sent that, like, lots of times.
It's the first time I'd seen it, and I never want to see it again. And if I saw that video come through again, I would never watch it again.
Some of the falls that you've had,
the
horizontal falls, you've had bigger, more horizontal face dives
than anyone.
And you're fine. I think there's an element of athleticism to falling correctly. No, honestly, if you're able to maneuver in the air or know where you're about to land and maneuver your arms or whatever, I think there's something to training, not acrobatics, but acrobatic movements.
Yeah.
Because I think innately you sort yourself out in the air, or do you know what I mean? And you fall properly. Because I've never had a fall like that. I really wish I wouldn't, and I hope I don't.
It's just an awkward fall. It's a freak fall.
Yeah, it's freak.
It's a freak fall. Like, I had a fall that was about 4 meters up, 3.5 meters up off the cave, dynoing across the cave.
Yeah, it was the backswing, wasn't it? You grabbed it, and then on the backswing,
backswing, let go. So it went flying.
So you were full horizontal, and you just went flying across the room.
I landed on my face, flat. But it was the funnest thing I've done in there.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You were fine. You got up and laughed instantly.
It was actually hilarious.
It was insane.
Everyone's like, "Are you okay?" Oh, just you and me. Like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Actually, I'm actually fine. I'm a legend." Yeah. But I am definitely not indestructible.
Oh man, but that video was just so harsh. Oh god, it makes me sick. I don't even want to think about it. Anyways,
next
it's been a good week. Very quickly, let's round it up with a little update from Dino Club, which is our most elusive, exclusive, and abusive club in the world. That me, Danny, Ben, and Ollie, are they the founder members? Have we got any other founders?
No, that's
us. 4 are the founders.
We all came together on a mysterious morning, I think, and all appreciated dinoing, and then it just became a thing.
Since then, it's been amazing. But you all know what Dino Club is anyway. You're all following it on Instagram, aren't you?
Of course they are.
Aren't you?
Aren't you following
me?
You? Follow me.
Anyway, we've got a few members of Dino Club now, haven't we?
Have we?
We've got so Jack's involved, Tom's involved, Martin's involved, we've got Alb, we've got who else? Someone else.
Elliot?
Chris.
Oh yeah, Chris.
And we've got that kid.
I think it's Elliot, is it?
Elliot. Yeah, the kid who was raised by wolves.
Raised by wolves.
Let me read his bio. So you need to follow the account because we write these stories about any new members. So this is Elliot's little story.
It's not right stories; it's their actual stories.
Yeah. When I say right, I don't mean
tell their story.
Fiction. Yeah, we tell the story. I don't mean the fictional stories. They're non-fiction.
Just to clarify.
Yeah, we just tell the story. We interview them, and then we get the facts, and then just write it out. So this is Elliot's. There are rumours flying around the gym that Ellis, that's not Elliot's, that Ellis Climbs was raised by wolves that inhabit the boulders in Font. He used to dino through rock and trees to hunt small rodents and birds and bringing them back in his mouth to feed his wolf clan. When the time came, his wolf mother kissed him on the forehead and nudged him in the direction of the big city. Since then, he's been blessing our walls with his jumping ability. That's Ellis's backstory.
It's very lovely.
And then recently we've had, even though this is his first video, but he is a founder member.
He's injured.
Ollie's been injured, pretty much.
Injured.
So he's not been able to record many dinos.
He's by far
the strongest
member by a long way.
Technically,
everything.
I think if we had to, you've got the heart.
That's a good shout. Yeah.
You've got the heart.
You've got the touch.
You've got the heart.
That's one of my favourite
Ben's got the power.
Yeah.
Ollie has the tech. I think I'm the wild card.
You're the wild card, yeah. That's
the wild card, because I've not really got much of anything. But
wild card.
Sometimes
you'll do a thing that's mad.
Sometimes something will just happen.
Pete upside down again.
Okay, so we should do something with those titles, man. The heart, the techie, the power, and the wild card.
You still haven't watched Captain Planet, have you?
No, I've not. Sorry, you're gonna have to show it me, otherwise I won't watch it. Anyway, this is Ollie's little bio. Let's jump into this. Ollie Gartland, a giant among men, a founding member of Dino Club. In many ways, he encapsulates the very essence of Dino Club. Ollie approaches dinos with a disregard for himself or anyone around him, a cold, calculated climber. If you don't know Ollie, then he's the man in the corner of the gym, shaking violently, eyes darting from hold to hold, a madman's calculations of distance, momentums and angles. People like Ollie are truly pushing forward the art of the dino, whilst also terrifying everyone around them. All of that, and he's only 12 years old.
He's only 12.
I can't believe he's 12, man.
He's only 12, man.
He's
He's achieved a lot.
He has. He's
I think they're letting him into uni soon.
Yeah.
He's only 12.
Crazy.
But what a lovely guy he's been. But, well, anyway, the Dino journey's been... It keeps going. Like tonight.
Yeah, I've heard... What's his name?
Not Dave today.
Dave today
Canadian,
was
American.
like... Hang on, it's an actual club.
Yeah, there's an actual club, and people want to submit.
Yeah.
I think this has got legs, man.
Oh, wait. 100% it's got legs. It's got many legs. It's got 20 legs.
20 legs?
It's got 20 whole legs.
I heard it's 20 legs, yeah.
Yeah.
At least.
20 legs.
So that's Dino Club.
Steaks.
We've got that. Please go look at the new submission from our founding forefather or father, little Ollie.
Yeah.
Because that's the newest video.
The thing is, by the time you hear this...
But go watch it.
We'll be in a few.
I don't care.
We'll be a few ahead.
Watch
but go
Ollie's
back
video.
in time and watch Ollie's because he does an awesome toe hook in it.
And then go back in time and watch mine and Pete's because I just love them.
Yeah, we just do.
I can't stop watching videos of myself, Dino, and everyone on
know.
Dino Club's videos.
Yeah. Right, guys, this has been a beautiful podcast. I hope you enjoy chilling with us. It's been a bit of a rambly one tonight, but that's the way it goes sometimes. It's just a bit of a ramble, scramble, pingle, pangle. Oh, Danny, stop it, boy. That's disgusting. Don't even want to see what Danny's doing. Before you go, make sure to drop us an email at barelyhangingpod@gmail.com. We want to know any cool climbing stories. If you've ever taken a fall, let us know, because we've sort of been talking about falls tonight and injuries and stuff. But also let us know on any cool routes you've done, just any cool stories. Follow Dino Club at Dino Club on Instagram, and follow me at Pete_Rick, RIC.
Me at Danko Bear.
Danko Winterbear.
It's Danko Bear, isn't it?
No, isn't it?
Is it?
Danko Winterbear at Danko Winterbear.
I don't know who I am anymore.
Yeah, Danny, come on, man.
You'll find me. There's not many Danko Bears on
You'll
there.
find him through Instagram anyway.
Just follow me.
Through Dino Club.
Send me a video non-climbing
yeah,
based.
Follow all the things.
I want someone to send me a video of them licking some moss. and hashtag Dino Club it.
You know what? I want to see a woman doing a dino.
We haven't had many from our gangs.
Not got a woman yet.
We've got loads of people. Some of the female climbers are basically saying to us, "Can we come do dinos with you?"
Yeah. And we're gonna do workshops.
We're gonna do dino workshops.
Dino workshops soon.
I'm not saying you're gonna learn anything, but you'll jump at something.
Yeah, we'll make sure you hurt yourself for sure.
Just to tell you before we wrap up, there was a dino. I think it's on there, the one with the blind white.
Okay, yeah.
And there's this moment where I was like, "You're the 33-year-old man. These are the 15-year-old children. You're telling them to do this." And one of them fell. And it was like,
oh yeah,
oh God.
When Ollie fell on his back because you told him to go and do this mad dino. When you look at it statistically on paper, you're the 30-year-old man saying, yeah, you could make that. Go for it, mate. Something that you just can't make at all. To the worst. It's like a double dino.
We might need disclaimer
double
forms,
dino's a micro crimper.
We need a disclaimer form. Yeah. So yeah, coming at you from downtown Dino Club workshops.
Oh my God! Right, let's leave this. We're getting goofy now, guys.
Yeah, thank you for a lovely evening. It's been lovely seeing you, Pete.
It's been great. Lovely seeing you too. This has all gone very official. Yeah. Lovely doing business with you, sir.
I was just scratching.
Shaking hands. Right, guys, take it easy.
Double dino to micro crimper.